मर्निङ नमस्ते। आज हाम्रो चाहिँ मलेसियामा सिटी टुर हुँदैछ। हाम्रो सिटी टुरको गाडी चाहिँ यो ट्राभल बडी, ट्राभलको गाडी हो। ट्राभल बडी यो चाहिँ हाम्रो सिटी टुरको लागि रेडी छ यो गाडी। आज हामी होटलबाट सिटी टुरको लागि लाग्दैछौँ यो गाडीमा। यो होटल चाहिँ एरिना स्टार होटल हो। हामी चाहिँ यही होटलमा बसेका छौँ। आज हाम्रो यो होटलदेखि सिटी टुर हुँदैछ। हामी बस्ने होटल
Nepal, from Nepal, all of you. Yeah, okay, very good. And together with me today is our coach captain, Mr. Tangaraj. He's going to be the person who is going to take us safely, okay, throughout the tour today. So today is a beautiful day. You see sunshine. Nice, wonderful day to do a city tour. We are going to go around the city and visit the main attractions where normally from all the tourists from all over the world, when they come to Malaysia, these are the top destination tourist attraction in the city that they will see. So we are going to the top tourist attractions in the city, and while we are going to the destination, we will be passing by the city, and I will be explaining to you the various parts of the city and about Malaysia generally, the culture, the food, the tradition, the people of Malaysia, the races and the population, the climate, and various other information that you need to know as a tourist. And it is my great pleasure because this is my privilege and honor to be a guide because you are my guests. Okay, being a guest, it is my responsibility to make sure that when you go back after this tour, you go back with wonderful, good memories of Kuala Lumpur, the city. Kuala Lumpur is a beautiful city, a metropolitan city, which comprises of various cultures and religions and races. The unique part of Kuala Lumpur, or in Malaysia generally, is Malaysia is a multi-racial country. This is Kuala Lumpur is the capital. Putrajaya is the administration capital. So we have a population of about 34 million. In Malaysia, 34 million. How much is the population in Nepal? 3.2. Very low. Oh, not productive. Enough? Why enough? You got to increase your production. Huh? There are soldiers, Gurkha soldiers, who fought the freedom for Malaysia. You know, during World War I, World War II, even in Malaysia, okay, these soldiers fought for the freedom of the country. The names are listed. When we go to the war memorial, you can see the names. Nepalis in Malaysia? Oh yes, there are a lot of. Yes. Just adding on together with our group of 23, so that makes us total 27 tourists today. So this is, I hope that you can get to know each other, right? So the first group, 23, is from Nepal. The 4 is from Sri Lanka. Welcome, Sri Lanka. All right, Miss Anju and family. Yeah. All right. So Sri Lanka and Nepal. So by the time we finish the tour, you must. Okay. If India have Taj Mahal, Malaysia has got Twin Towers. That is our Taj Mahal. Okay. Nepal is famous for Aurora. A lot of temples. Mount Everest, yes, the famous landmark of the world. Okay, landmark of the world, Mount Everest, and many of them in their wish list, Nepal is included. Must visit country means Nepal is one of it. All right, and namely the model called Proton and Perodua. You can see many of our Malaysian cars in the streets. So right now we are passing through the city, and you can see on the right hand side, can you see that tall building? That is called the Merdeka 118. That is the second tallest in the world. On the right hand side, it has got 118 floors. Twin Towers is only 88 floors, but this one, Merdeka 118, has got 118 floors. So it's the second tallest after Burj Khalifa. This is the second. Okay, you can even see from your hotel. It's very nearby actually. So that is one from there, a height of 421 meters. You can see the whole skyline of Kuala Lumpur city, daytime and nighttime. You can go and view, and there is a revolve high up in the sky. So while you're having dinner, you can observe the 360 degrees view of Kuala Lumpur city. That is Kuala Lumpur Tower, telecommunication tower. Right? So they have the observation deck, sky deck, and then a revolving restaurant. Besides the Merdeka 118. Okay, so all this in the city center is a lot of high-rise buildings in the city. And then out of the city, 10 kilometers out of the city, that's where you will see a lot of houses. And then we have got one of the best transportation systems in the city. We have got metro train. You can see on the left hand side, those are the temples. We have a place called Little India. Little India is where a part of Kuala Lumpur very comfortably, safely and fast. So on the left hand side, if you see, it's a museum, Malaysian National Museum. You can see the train, the old train during the British time. So this is the National Museum. You can go there. The ticket is 3 colonial powers. The first colonial power, the Western power, came into Malaysia, conquered Malaysia in the year 1511 by the Portuguese. Portuguese is the first Western power who came to Malaysia and took over Malaysia from the Sultans of Malaysia. So that is why we have got roots of Ronaldo. Ronaldo, how many of you like? So Malaysia has got 13 different states, right? 13 different states, and Malacca and Penang. There's 2 different states which is declared as a heritage city by the world body UNESCO. UNESCO is a world body which recognizes cities around the world which has got heritage value. Heritage meaning it has got the remnants and all the remainings, the historical remainings of the influence of the colonial powers during the time. Because for the past 600 years, Malaysia has been ruled by first Portuguese, and after that the Dutch took over from the Portuguese, and then finally the British had an agreement with the Dutch during World War I, whereby Dutch took Indonesia and British took Malaysia. with an agreement, Anglo-Dutch Treaty. So that is in 1825. 1825, British came to Malaysia. Then onwards until 1957, then only Malaysia got the independence from British. Okay, so right now we are heading to the King's Palace. Malaysia is, we got the constitutional monarchy, which means we have a king. Malaysia, we have a king, and we practice constitutional democracy. Okay, means we have election every 5 years, and we appoint a prime minister during the election. So currently our prime minister is Anwar Ibrahim, and this time around the election, the majority, or what do you call, the government was formed with the coalition government. Out of this 13, 9 states has got a sultan as the head of the state. Sultan, we have sultans, right? So what happened among the 9 sultans, they have an understanding that every 5 years, each of the sultan, the head of the state, will take turns to become the king. They have the rulers conference among the 9 sultans. Each one will take turn to become the king. So this is one of the main palace where the sultan becomes the king, and he will be residing here. And you see, there we are heading. We have already reached the palace. This palace has 22 domes, and it's yellow in color. Yellow is the royal color of the king. So this is the 17th king of Malaysia. 17th king of Malaysia. His name is King Ibrahim Iskandar, and he is the richest king of all the other kings. So we will stop here for 15 minutes only, all right, for photo shoot, and then we will come back to the bus. Follow me in a group. We will take a group photo there, and after that there are horses on the left and right. Just be careful, don't go too near to the horses, and then you take the photographs as a memory of the King's Palace.
अहिले चाहिँ हामी स्टाना नगारा आइपुगेका छौँ। रोयल प्यालेसमा आएको छौँ। यो चाहिँ रोयल प्यालेस राजदरबार हो। यो हेर्नु, अहिले मलेसियाको राजदरबारमा आइपुगेका छौँ। हेर्नु यहाँ
monument, especially it is significant to Nepalis because Nepalis are well known as the warriors, well known for their loyalty, well known for their bravery, right? And the sacrifices these Nepalis have done to not only to your country but your country never had any war, right? Many soldiers were sent right from India, from Nepal, from Malaysia. So all various kinds of races were selected, and they were sent by the British to fight the war in Europe against Germany. And during that war, many lives were lost. We enjoyed the freedom because of the sacrifices of our soldiers. So that is the respect of this national monument. It's so meaningful. And you can see all the names of the soldiers who died inscribed in that cenotaph over there. So we will spend here 15 minutes, take photograph, come back. Okay. 13 states plus 1 federal territory. And yellow represents the religion of Islam. Okay, crescent. Okay. And this is the tiger represents the bravery and the national animal of Malaysia. And you can see all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the federated states and these are the unfederated states. We have 13 states. So this is the Penang, another state, an island, and this is Sarawak. Okay? And this is the national flower of Malaysia. Okay, Sarawak and Sabah. This Sarawak and Sabah is the East Malaysia. Malaysia consists of two parts. One is the West Malaysia, and the East Malaysia. Separated to 1960. Not that, no, not that. But there is the time the communists came to Malaysia. Communists. So many soldiers died. The name of all these people.
अहिले हामी चाहिँ मलेसियाको सोल्जरहरूलाई हेर्न आउँदैछौँ जो स्वतन्त्रको लागि लड्दै थिए मलेसियाको सोल्जरहरू ब्रिटिसहरूसित। तिनी सोल्जरहरूको आज हामी स्तूपा हेर्न आउँदैछौँ। कति राम्रो छ, बिचमा कमलको फुलहरू पनि छ। उहाँहरू पहिला स्वतन्त्रको लागि ब्रिटिससित फाइट गर्ने सोल्जरहरू। हातमा मेसिन गनहरू देखिएको छ र मलेसियाको झन्डा पनि छ। Dedicated to the heroic fighter in the case of the peace and the freedom. May the blessing of Allah be upon them.
Today, 12th of March 2025, me, Sukendra, and brother Ashok Bhai also coming here to Malaysia. Today is a city tour. It's First World War and Second World War. The brave soldiers are fighting, and then they took a name at Malaysia. It's such a wonderful moment, and it's really memory, and it's a nice build over here. Thank you.
Thank you. ल अहिले चाहिँ हामी यो वर्ल्ड वारमा लडेका सैनिकहरूलाई हेरेर फर्किँदैछौँ। अब फेरि हामी सिटी 2 तर्फ लाग्दैछौँ दाजुभाइ।
A historical place in Malaysian history. This is why it is called an Independence Square. This is where the historic event in Malaysia took place in 1957, where Malaysia was declared independent in this place that we are going now. Okay, in 1957, Malaysia declared their independence in that square. That is why it's called Independence Square. While after we reached there, and this is where the British, when they were ruling Malaysia, they used to go to this church for their worship. Because here is the place where the British built their government office after independence. I see on the right hand side, these are all the buildings which was built by the British in 1897. 1897. Today this is a textile museum, and then after this the next one is the government office of the British on the right hand side. Can you see the structure? This is the Mughal design. The architect is A.C. Norman. We have in the center a big clock tower. It is similar to the clock tower in London, Big Ben. And then during the Japanese War, this building was damaged by the Japanese bombing, and then they recovered. And now today it is under construction. So this is one of the famous building. All the tourists will come to take photographs. They see the field here, the club, that is the club I was talking about. The English Design Club. Until today they maintain. This is the British officers. They use this club for social activities. And this is the place where we declared independence in 1957. Weather is hot, so we will stop here. I will bring you to right to the flag pole there. Below there, the history of Kuala Lumpur, how Kuala Lumpur got the name. Okay, Kuala meaning meeting of two rivers, Lumpur meaning mud. Because behind this building there is two rivers. Okay, meeting point of two rivers, and the meeting point is where the early settlers from China, the immigrants from China, they came to Malaysia in search for a better fortune. So in that river they found tin mining. So during that time tin was a big boom in Malaysia, because Malaysia in 1824 when British took over, the source, the wealth of this nation came from the soil of the country. Soil. The soil means mud. That is Lumpur. In Malay we call it Lumpur. Kuala meaning is two rivers meeting together. That is Kuala. So Lumpur is mud. That's why we call it Kuala Lumpur. So from the mud is where the wealth of the nation we found like gold. Okay, from the mud we discovered tin. Tin, you know tin?
ल अहिले चाहिँ हामी यो ब्रिटिसले बनाएको बिल्डिङ हेर्न आउँदैछौँ। त्यो अगाडि देखेको बिल्डिङ चाहिँ ब्रिटिसले बनाएको बिल्डिङ रहेछ। अहिले पनि यहाँ ब्रिटिसहरुको अफिस छ। यो देखेको सानो बिल्डिङहरु ब्रिटिसको अफिस हो। पहिला यहाँ ब्रिटिसहरु राज गरेर बस्दाखेरि बसेको अफिसहरु बिल्डिङहरु रहेछ। अहिले चाहिँ हामी ब्रिटिसले बनाएको यो बिल्डिङ रहेछ। यो अगाडि देखेको सानो बिल्डिङ चाहिँ ब्रिटिसले बनाएको बिल्डिङ रहेछ। हामी यो बिल्डिङको अगाडि छौँ अहिले। यो मलेसियामा हामी आज दोस्रो दिन घुम्ने छौँ सिटी टुरको क्रममा आज हामीलाई यो बिल्डिङ पनि हेर्ने र बुझ्ने मौका पायौँ।
In 1957, okay, but the question I'm going to ask you is, countries all over the world getting independence, right? But as a human being, have you achieved your independence? It's a question mark. I'm talking about freedom. Freedom from the bondage of this world. Freedom from this earthly life. Okay, spiritual life I'm talking about. People are so stuck in the bondage. There becomes the slaveries to the material world, material life, money, a lot entertainment, pleasures. Okay, all this to achieve the inner peace, inner happiness. So that is why people go to Nepal. Am I right to say that? Seeking for peace of the mind, the inner seeking spiritual freedom. Countries can achieve freedom, countries can gain independence, but are we independent from the bondage of this world? So that's a question that everyone should be asking. So are we living a life of inner peace or just material life peace? Can the outer material life give us permanent peace? Can money give us the permanent peace? It's a question mark, right? So that is the freedom that I'm talking about. Okay, itinerary on our list, and this is one of the famous iconic tower of Kuala Lumpur, which made this country, Malaysia, popular in the eyes of the world. This is the famous Twin Towers. We have two towers, okay, not one tower, two towers at the height of 452 meters with 88 stories building. In America, they used to have the twin, what was the tower which was bombed by Osama bin Laden? World Trade Center. So similar to that, we have the Twin Towers. The history of this tower, first of all, the mastermind of this tower, the building of this tower, the mastermind was a Malaysian businessman, an Indian Malaysian businessman by the name of Ananda Krishnan. So he is the mastermind who started the idea, and the land that the Twin Towers today stands belonged to that businessman Ananda Krishnan. Formerly, the land was a turf club, a racing horse club. Every weekend, that area used to be jammed with people playing horse racing, betting, gambling, so that was originally that location of the Twin Towers today. At that time, we had our former Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, who was the longest Prime Minister in Malaysia, serving Malaysia for 22 years. And Ananda Krishnan was a businessman, and he is one of the first Malaysian who went to Harvard University. So during the time he was studying in Harvard, he became friend with one of the Arab royalty member, who was the former oil minister of Saudi Arabia. So they were studying together in Harvard University, and Ananda Krishnan became friend with this man. And through that connection, when petrol was discovered in Malaysia with the assistance of this businessman from Arab, they explored the exploration and they discovered petrol, and that's how petroleum was discovered. And the company Petronas was the owner of that exploration, and the arrangement was made by Ananda Krishnan. As a result of that income, wealth that is gained from the petroleum company, Malaysia had so much of money, and Ananda Krishnan suggested to the former Prime Minister, saying that at that time, during 1987, Malaysia was not very well known in the world. Singapore was very popular. Everybody knows Singapore. When you talk about Singapore, everyone in the world knows. But you tell Malaysia, not everybody knows. So then he talked to our Prime Minister and said, if you want to make Malaysia popular in the eyes of the world, famous, why don't we build one of the tallest buildings in the world? And that's how the idea was born. And they were looking for the right technology, the right contractors, the right architects to build one of the tallest buildings from the wealth from the petroleum that was discovered during that time. Petronas. The company is called Petronas. They were one of the Formula One sponsor, Petronas. So they had the money, so they were looking for the right architect. At that time, Malaysia do not have the technology, or neither do they have the expertise. Malaysia do not have that capability to build such a mega structure. So at that time, the famous people were to Islamic structure, and finally they have formulated that architecture, and then they were looking for the contractors. So the best contractors at that time, the Japanese, the Korean. So they sourced out and they contracted two different countries. Tower 1 for the Japanese, Tower 2 for Korean. So the contract was awarded to the Japanese and the Koreans. Anybody can tell me why the contract was awarded to two countries? Why not they give to only Japanese? Is there any reason for that? Anybody can tell me? Why they give it to one tower to Korea, one tower to Japan? Why not they give two towers also to Japan or Korea? Why, madam? Can you tell me? You don't know. Can you guess? competition to compete, so that who will finish first, they will be given an incentive. Incentive is in between the two towers, in the 41st and 42nd floor, there is a sky bridge connecting to Tower A and Tower B. Sky bridge, why got two bridges? 41st and 42. Two bridges. Can anybody tell me why two? The reason is because in case of emergency fire, okay, one bridge, if you got fire, you can still use another bridge to cross over. Okay, so that is the Twin Towers. We have a sky bridge, and finally, when the competition was started, the Korean finished first, so Korean was awarded to build the sky bridge. So that's how the story started. And okay, can you see on the right hand side? This is the Taj Mahal of Malaysia, the Twin Towers. Okay, it has got 88 stories, and behind this there's a huge park. So it's a shopping center in between. Tower A is all occupied by the Petronas staff. Tower B is all occupied by private companies. So we will take a photo shot here. We will spend about 20 minutes here. From the angle that I bring you, all follow me. That is the best angle for you to take the photo shot. Okay, and then of course you can go up this inside to the top 86 floors, but that one you need to buy ticket. So today we are just doing a photo shoot on.
ल अहिले चाहिँ हामी मलेसियाको ट्विन टावरमा आएको छौँ। यो मलेसियाको सेकेन्ड वर्ल्ड लार्जेस्ट बिल्डिङमा पर्छ, अग्लो बिल्डिङमा पर्छ, संसारको सबैभन्दा दोस्रो अग्लो बिल्डिङमा पर्छ मलेसियाको ट्विन टावर। हामी चाहिँ आज सिटी टुर गर्दैछौँ मलेसियामा। उहाँहरू चाहिँ हाम्रो ग्रुपको दिदी हुनुहुन्छ र सर, हामी एउटै छिमेकी ढोरफिर्दीकै हुनुहुन्छ। कृति पाटनको हुनुहुन्छ। ल ल
To know Malaysia is to must visit Twin Towers, and of course at night time it will be very colorful also. Okay, from these Twin Towers there is a bridge, okay, connecting to the main shopping destination, shopping area. That is the famous shopping area. They call it the Pavilion. Right, of course Twin Towers, in between Tower A and Tower B there is a shopping complex. Okay, huge shopping complex, but those are all branded goods, original branded goods, like Versace, you're talking about Badini, you're talking about Rolex, Gucci, all those branded goods. You can find more than 150 designer goods, designer labels inside the Twin Towers shopping center. It's called the Surya KLCC. Yeah? Yeah, it is expensive because it's original. But if you want the less 5 stories, the higher you go, the cheaper it is. All the souvenir items, t-shirts, many other things you can find. Okay, now we are coming to the chocolate factory. Okay, what's so special about this chocolate factory? Okay, this is the chocolate factory, which is the premium chocolate factory, a local product. As you know, Malaysia is one of the 4th largest export of cocoa. Okay, the difference between outside chocolate and here is, this is 90% original cocoa, pure cocoa, no artificial sugar, no artificial animal fat, no coloring. Okay, and it is you vegetarian, 100% vegetarian. Even diabetics patient can take, and it is got a high melting point. You don't have to keep in the fridge. It can last for 3 months. Okay, and it has got many different varieties. They have white chocolate, they have the dark chocolate, good for ladies' skin complexion, as well as for gentlemen, honeymooners, honeymoon chocolate also they have.
ल हामी चाहिँ अब चक्लेट फ्याक्ट्रीभित्र लाग्दैछौँ। अब हामी चाहिँ चक्लेट फ्याक्ट्रीभित्र लाग्दैछौँ। चक्लेटको बास्ना आउन थालिसक्यो।
ये वाला कोके के बेड़ा, ये वाला कोके के फल, ये वाला कोके के पीछे। तो कोके के पीछे ये वाला 3 अलग-अलग प्रोसेस। वाला फर्स्ट प्रोसेस डार्क चॉकलेट दिल के लिए चाहिए। ये वाला प्रोसेस नंबर 2, सेकंड प्रोसेस व्हाइट चॉकलेट बल्क लिए चाहिए। चॉकलेट पूरा पक्का वेजिटेरियन नहीं अंडा, नहीं अल्कोहल, नहीं एनी, पूरा वेजिटेरियन चॉकलेट नहीं पिघल। नेपाली फ्रीजर मिलेगा, मलेशिया ऑर्डर चलेगा, लगेज चलेगा, ये डॉलर चलेगा, सिंगापुर डॉलर चलेगा ना। कैसा प्राइस है?
पूरा चलेगा।
ये वाला रूबी चॉकलेट, ये वाला खट्टा मीठा टेस्ट, ये वाला नई कलरिटी, नई बेरी फ्लेवरिटी, पक्का ओरिजिनल पिंक चॉकलेट। ये वाला बस इधर वाला मिलेगा, ये वाला मार्केट, ये वाला मॉल नहीं मिलेगा। ये वाला स्पेशल चॉकलेट खट्टा मीठा टेस्ट वाला। कैसा प्राइस है? मिनी किचन। मिनी किचन का प्राइस है।
ल हामी चाहिँ अहिले चक्लेट कम्पनीमा आएको छौँ। यहाँ चाहिँ स्पेसल चक्लेटहरू पाउँछ अरे विदाउट सुगर।
बॉडी के लिए, ब्लड के लिए, एनर्जी के लिए बहुत अच्छा। फ्रेश हनीमून चॉकलेट 1 डे बस 80 पीस मिलेगा, ज्यादा नहीं, बस 80 पीस वाला। ओके, ये वाला अंदर के बादाम, ये वाला सबने डब्बा गिफ्ट के लिए चाहिए बादाम चॉकलेट। ये वाला 350 रिंगे चॉकलेट ले लेना, ये वाला एक बैग फ्री मिलेगा 350 रिंगे।
ब्याग पनि पाउँछ, ब्याग पनि पाउँछ। यो चाहिँ हनीमुन चक्लेट हो।
के हो त कस्तो हल्का
Okay, the first one tiramisu, the second one naarial chocolate, the third one is a badam chocolate.
Badam chocolate है, chocolate जी है, आंटी जी, बाबू जी, पापा जी है, इधर बेसादम, बेसादी, बेसादुम, कच्चा बादाम, ये बादाम, 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 कच्चा बादाम, बेसादम, बेसादी,
चक्लेट फ्याक्ट्री भित्र आइरहेको छ हामी। चक्लेट चाख्दै चक्लेट त बगाउँदै छ भाइ, धेरै मिठो रहेछ चक्लेट। हामी चक्लेट फ्याक्ट्रीमा छौँ। यहाँ चाहिँ चक्लेट चाहिँ दामी पाउँदो रहेछ ल, ओरिजिनल चक्लेटहरू।
एक ले लो 50, सा ले लो 2 फ्री वाला 350। ये वाले नहीं ज्यादा लेना, ग्रोस शेयर मिलेगा, प्राइस कम पड़ेगा ना। ठीक है, ग्रोस शेयर मिलेगा, प्राइस कम पड़ेगा। एक ले लो 50, सा ले लो 2 फ्री वाला 350। अलग अलग फ्लेवर मिक्स मिलेगा।
ल हामी चाहिँ अब चक्लेट फ्याक्ट्रीबाट निस्केर बाहिर लाग्दैछौँ।
Okay,
City tour
attention,
सक्यो अब।
ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we have successfully finished our city tour today. We have covered all the itineraries according to the plan. And I would like to thank you, all of you, because you have been so wonderful and you were on time and very wonderful people today I meet. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your city tour. Even though the time is very short, half a day, I think I managed to give you some historical information about Malaysia, and this is just the glimpse of the attractions that is available in Malaysia. Like I said, there are many more places for you to explore and visit Malaysia. You can't finish in 1-2 days. Like you went to Genting Highlands, you know, the weather is different, the city, the weather is different. There are many parts of the city as well as other states. Every state has got their own attractions and places of interest for you to visit. And of course, there are many different types of food for you to taste. And many of you were coming and asking me where we can do shopping. Well, there are many places of attraction in the city. One of the top destinations for tourists to go shopping is the Times Square. Times Square, the prices are very reasonable. You can find almost all kinds of goods in Times Square. It's about 4 to 5 story building situated in the heart of the city. And over there, the higher the floor, the cheaper the goods are. A t-shirt you can buy for 10 ringgit. Do the sky train, the monorail, and you just go around the city and you can see the whole view of the city like a city tour. Monorail, transportation wise, excellent systems we have in Malaysia, similar to Singapore. Okay, so the best shopping complex, clubs, massage centers. They have beautiful, nice clubs with live music, band, and many other activities goes on at the Pavilion Mall. Okay, it's called the Bukit Bintang, and there is called the Bukit Silon as well, where the left and right is all full of clubs.
सिटी टुर
Foot reflexology. If you're tired, you want to go for a leg massage, you can go for that.
गराइदिनु भयो।
Okay, so this is the happening place. But unfortunately, your time is very limited. I understand that tomorrow you are leaving to Colombo, right? Your flight to Colombo, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is 2:45. So meaning you must be in the airport 3 hours before the flight. 2:45 means by 11. Yeah, by 11:30. So tomorrow most, right? So that is your next destination, right? Sri Lanka. So did you make contact with your Sri Lanka friends today? Okay. See, just now during I went to the money changer, the chocolate factory. See, you know what happened? There was a passport, okay, where one of the tourists left the passport there. The bus already left. Do not leave any of your passports, handphones or personal belongings, because that will spoil your whole tour. Even if you lose your handphone, you know what will happen? It will affect your mood. Because today, the first wife is the handphone, not the real wife. Okay? First wife is handphone. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I must ask the wives.
Yeah, very true.
True, eh?
Yeah.
Why you say true? Because first thing in the morning, they don't look for you.
Yeah.
When they get up, what they look for? Handphone, right? People who lose their lives, loved ones, how much their emotions affected. So coming back to the question, to wonder and ponder. Okay, back to spirituality. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we are nearing to your hotel. Yeah, we are going to drop you at the hotel, and just from your hotel, yeah, your hotel is here. Okay, across
ल हाम्रो
the
सिटी टुर
hotel.
पनि अब सकिन लाग्यो
Okay, there is
अब हामी होटलतर्फ जाँदैछौँ
and there is one shop which is called.
ल हस् त नमस्ते हामी आफ्नो सिटी टुर सकेर फेरि होटलतर्फ आउँदैछौँ फेरि म तपाईँहरूसित अर्को भिडियोमा भेट्नेछु आजलाई यति नै नमस्ते बाई बाई बाई